You have all the skills, the resources, and the tools that is necessary for you to build a better life. There's no such thing as lack, okay? You have everything that you need. Use what you have. If you were to ask somebody, just a random person, what's stopping you from living your best life, they'll most likely say, I don't have my dream house, I don't have the dream car, I don't have the money, or whatever. I want to travel. I don't. It's usually always tied to money, because like that's like someone who has not realized like what really be going on. I ain't even, man, that's a whole nother story for a whole nother day. But someone who has not realized the truth about life and what life is really about will most likely have their, how can I say it, their happiness would be based off of how much physical possessions they have. But true happiness is within. You literally have every little thing, everything you possibly could need to build a better life within, because it all starts with your mindset. That's the number one thing. It's so many people in the world with so much money and they not happy because their morals are not straight, their mental is not straight, they are not mentally prepared to receive such a great blessing. You gotta take lack out of your vocabulary. You gotta take I don't have out of your vocabulary. Because whatever it is that you're working towards, whatever steps you're taking, is leading you to the life you want to build. Every little thing you do now is gonna build up to your future. The reason why people feel like they don't have what they need to build up to their future is because they looking at the top of the staircase, but they're not focused on where they are. Be where you are. Happiness is literally right where you are. I've been listening to Disney songs, y'all. Them Moana and Princess and the Frog songs, man. Listen, man. Y'all better listen. Tune in to them songs, man. Them songs be having some real good messages in them. I'm so serious. And as a kid, you kind of just like the song, but when you look back at it, you be like, these people was really spitting when they made these songs. That's crazy. And to your human mind, to the human perception, it might seem like you have nothing, correct? But even nothing is everything. Literally every little thing starts off as nothing. Once there is nothing is actually the presence of everything. But that's like, I don't know, that I could really get deeper. A lot of my videos I kind of just, cover up the bases, but I could really get deeper. Nothing is really everything. So even when you say you have nothing, you actually have everything. Because in so many words, nothing is kind of like a placeholder for, it's like a placeholder word for energy potential. So if you say you have nothing, you actually have an abundance of energy potential to turn that into everything. And nothing is within. Literally, a thought begins as energy potential, right? You have so much energy potential just festering within your being. Then the minute you think something, that thought becomes real. And then, when the minute you think something, the thought becomes born. And then from that thought that you have just birthed, you can decide whether or not you want to make it physical or not, and actually have it become real. It's just like a dream. Dreams are very easy to achieve, but that's if you want to. So you saying you have nothing, but you have all these ideas of how you want your life to look, and you actually have the resources that you need to build that better life. Because let me tell you something, I've said this in a previous video, I'm not sure which one, but in so many words, energy is like money. A lot of people say they don't have physical money, but you don't need money if you have that energy potential. Because when you focus your energy on anything, you're gonna attract it in your life. So if you want to build a better life, take that nothingness, that energy potential within you, and start creating within your mind. And then whatever you come up with, you have the power to make it physical. Just like, for example, before I was coming out here and recording, right, I was watching YouTube shorts. Then all of a sudden, the thought to record was not in my mind at all. I was actually gonna wash my hair today, but wash day takes like a whole entire day, so I didn't do that. So like I was saying, I didn't have the thought at all to come out here and record. Then all of a sudden, boom, popped up in my head, and I had the option to make it physical or not. So I said, hey, let me come out here and record. And it's all about the things that you do to take those steps, because your thoughts are really guiding you. You can decide what you want to make physical in your life based off of your thoughts. If you have a thought saying, I want to get a brand new car, right? That's a thought. Now you have to make it physical. Now sometimes it's not going to be just as easy as getting up and coming outside. Sometimes you have to take many steps before you make it physical, because the thought is just that grand. And let me tell you something else. If the thought is really that grand, it is so worth it. If you have to take so many steps just to get to it, it is going to be so worth it. I'm telling you. It's just imagine like you're fishing and you're pulling out the rarest shark in the world. I don't really know how to explain that because I'm not a fisher. But you pull out this huge shark. Nobody has ever caught this shark before, and it's just for you. But you have to believe that you can achieve these sorts of things, because a lot of people, they want to hurry up and get down to the big things. They don't want to take the little baby steps, and that's why they feel like they aren't receiving anything. But when you pay attention to every little step that you take, every little move that you make, you're realizing that you're getting closer and closer than ever. And actually, you do have everything you need to build that life you want to live, because look at you taking those little baby steps. But a lot of people don't appreciate the baby steps, and that's why they be unhappy on their journey. Let's wake it up. Let's clock it. Seriously. Every little moment is baby steps. And if you're not appreciating those baby steps, if you're not giving thanks to yourself for taking those baby steps, if you aren't being grateful for the fact that you have those resources within to take those baby steps, you're not going to enjoy the journey. And if you're not enjoying a journey, if you're not enjoying going down a certain path, eventually you just give up. You just lose hope. And that's never the case. You have to remind yourself, even though you might feel like you physically have nothing, it's not about what you have physically. I've said this in a previous video. You could be stripped butt naked and placed in a jungle, correct? Now, it's not about what you have physically. No money, no shelter, but eventually you learn you got to do something. You have a brain, right? You have a functioning body, right? You are able-bodied to move and think cognitively, right? Okay, then. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna start finding some twigs, finding some leaves, and you're gonna do whatever it, like, even if you've never seen a survival video, you're gonna learn right then and there, because you have every little thing you need. It's all about the baby steps. And no, you're not gonna be able to build some intricate shelter right off the bat. You're not gonna be able to build no intricate weapons right off the bat, but you're gonna start with something. Every little time you decide to embark down a new journey, whatever it could be, because life in itself is a whole journey. I've said this before. I am not the teacher. I am the student. Life is the real teacher. Life is the one teaching us all, because we're actually here. Fun fact, if you didn't know, you're not meant to be working for the government and paying taxes and struggling to buy food. Okay, so editing Jewel here, and I literally am already editing this video after I recorded it, because I'm like, I might as well do it, because if I go back inside and lay down, I'm not picking up this phone. This is my editing phone here, so I'm not going to be picking up this phone, and I want to get this video out, well, scheduled for tomorrow. But yeah, what I was saying really was, we all have a God-given purpose, okay? We are all sitting here to accomplish actually a mission given to us by God himself. And so really, we're not here to serve the government. We're here to serve God. We're here to work for God. And I don't even want to call it work, because when you're actually serving God, it doesn't feel anything like work. It feels more like you're playing, like you're having fun with life, and you're really just playing and dilly-dallying and all these other things. Like, it feels good to the soul, because you know that you're doing the right thing. Another thing I wanted to say is, life really is the teacher. We're here to, every little experience you have in life is meant to teach you about yourself. And if it's one person that's going to teach you, it's going to be God. Me, I can only give you notes, because life, oof, life taught me, boy. When I tell you, life had to teach me, and I learned very young. I always have people telling me how, you know, how experienced I am and how much I really just know about life for me to be so young. Let me tell you something. Life don't care how old you are. Life is going to teach you. You could be 4 and life is going to be handing it to you. Let me tell you, life is going to be handing you them lessons, and it's up to you if you want to learn or not. And it got to a point where I was like, man, I'm done repeating these same lessons. I'm ready to move on to the next chapter. Let's read a different book. You understand what I'm saying? And so I had no choice but to learn these lessons. And I'm still learning, and that's why I make these videos, because I just want to share what I've learned to those out there, and what I've learned could really help somebody. It's like life is the teacher. Yeah, I'm sharing my notes, like everything that I've learned and I've taken notes on. That's why I make these videos, and I really do appreciate the fact that y'all appreciate the fact that I make these videos. Like, I appreciate the fact. Damn, my arm getting tired. Hold on. Whew, and it's hot in this car, and I got this hoodie on. Okay. This is why I don't vlog. I appreciate the fact that y'all appreciate the fact that I make these videos. It is really a thank you, really does go a long way, because I've said this I ain't gonna talk too much. I already know how I get. I ain't gonna talk too much. But when I first started to make these kinds of videos, like, I knew what route I wanted my channel to go down, but I hesitated at first. Y'all look at the beginning of my videos. My second video ever was signs that you're going through a spiritual awakening. But even then, it didn't feel right to me. Like, and then after that, I kind of just started making other kinds of videos, like kind of vlog style, because that's what I thought people wanted to see. And then eventually I was like, man, I'm gonna just do what I want to do. It don't care. Like, at first, I really started doing what I wanted to do, and at first I was like, man, I don't even know if people gonna watch these types of videos. Don't nobody want to be educated. Don't nobody actually want to learn how to actually enjoy life. And so, but I still started making the videos. And that's why I just wanted to take the time to really just say thank y'all, because literally, thank y'all. Like, y'all have, in so many words, y'all have proven to me, everybody in this community has proven to me that people out there are actually really doing what they're supposed to do on this planet, which is finding themselves and finding out their purpose and learning how to live their best life. Like, actually, I've been actually planning on making a video about finding your purpose, but it's such a, I don't want to say harrowing, but it is such a journey. Like, that's really, I could put my phone cut off, but like, talking about finding your purpose is so many little things that add up into it that I would physically, like, that would either have to be broken down into so many videos, and then I'd have to like meditate on it and kind of go back over my spiritual notes in so many words to try and like get the video topics, because it really is such, like, your purpose is something very special. And I did actually try to record a video on it, but it just seemed like I just couldn't do it. Not that I couldn't do it, but I didn't really cover it enough. And that was like 20 minutes of footage, and that felt like it wasn't enough. Like, that, all that footage was really just the surface. It was really just the surface. But I completely forgot what I even came on here for, so I'm just gonna go back to editing. Because number one, food is literally growing like out of nowhere. Like, I'm growing some radishes, there's some Suriname cherries growing on a bush, but the ants keep getting to them before I can get to them. So there's an avocado tree right here. All throughout my neighborhood there's mango trees. I live in Florida. Everywhere you go there's gonna be coconut trees and mango trees. Everything is abundant. You might feel like you don't have any food, but I'm telling you, if you just take a walk around your neighborhood, you're gonna see all types of things growing. And I don't know if you have, like, I don't know anybody's like kind of phone that you use. I have an iPhone, and so if I take a picture of something on my camera, and it'll show me like exactly what it is, like whether it's a tree, a cat, it'll show me like exactly what that is and if I can eat it. And I just be seeing all sorts of little things growing on bushes and trees, and I just be like, I'm gonna eat it. It's free food, why not? Like, everything you could ever need in life is already provided to you. You lack nothing. Notice how air is always, always have access to air, right? You have an abundance of air to breathe. You will never run out of air. You don't see nobody saying, dang, I don't have enough air to breathe for tonight. I mean, unless you have breathing problems, but you know what I'm saying, if you got a healthy set of lungs, a good beating heart, you know what I mean, air is always at your disposal, literally. Same thing like water. You go in your house, you turn on the water to wash your hands, get a drink of water, take a shower. Notice how you always have access to water. Yes, it's a shame we have to pay for water, but even then, rainwater, hello. We have rainwater. Get you some buckets, collect the rainwater, learn how to filter it, boom. You'll never have to pay for water again. It's all about learning how to stretch, not even stretch your resources, but it's about learning and using exactly what is already given to you. Look around this planet. You've got grass, you've got soil. So if food is expensive, guess what? All the food that you be throwing out, your banana peels, you could place that in some water, use that to fertilize. Like you literally, everything on this earth did not come from outer space. Everything on this earth came from this earth, and it's able to be regenerated and reused, don't matter what it is. You lack nothing. Literally, for example, even if you had a wound on your hand, right, that wound is not gonna stay there forever. New skin is going to regenerate because you have an abundance of cells keeping your body healthy and alive. You are literally the definition of abundance. Literally, abundance is not something you attain. A lot of people think abundance is something you attain. Abundance is something that you have. Abundance is within. Abundance isn't even within, baby. It's not on you, it's in you. It's literally, you can't shake that. You cannot shake abundance off of you. Like, it's always going to be on you no matter what. People got to stop saying I don't have, because the more and more you say that, the sadder you're gonna. Okay, so my neighbors decided it's party time. But the more and more you realize, the more and more you say to yourself, I don't have, or I lack, or whatever the case may be, the deeper you dig yourself into that hole, and the less you will feel like you have. But if you really just appreciate all you have, from the blankets on your bed, bro, I literally woke up this morning, like from the minute I opened my eyes. No, I don't think it was this morning. I think it was this morning. It was last night and this morning. As I'm falling asleep, I'm leaning against my pillow, watching a video in bed, and out of nowhere, the thought just came to me. I was like, bruh, I'm so grateful to have these pillows. I'm like, a lot of people, for example, it could be an example where someone says they can't be comfortable because they don't have. But in reality, you literally have everything you could possibly need. You just got to make it work, and you got to make it shake. And yeah, I'm just grateful. You got to be grateful for everything you have. Be grateful for the baby steps that you are taking, because when you eventually do get to where you want to be, you're going to look back and realize those baby steps actually played a significant role in your life. They actually did. So appreciate them. Every little small step you take, whether it's you're trying to get fit and you decide to stretch your body, but you don't go for a run, you don't exercise, but you just stretch your body, that's fine. Your mind will tell you that you're not doing the right thing because it has its own idea of where you're supposed to be. But always remember that God's plan is greater. God is always guiding you, and as long as you're taking some kind of step, it don't matter how big or how small, you literally are moving forward. You're not where you used to be. If all you did was stretch that day, you're a small baby step closer, and that small baby step is better than no step closer, or it's better than backtracking. But I don't know if this video will get copyrighted, so I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here. Yeah, like I always say, I hope I got the message across in this video. Remember that you lack nothing, and always tell yourself that I lack nothing, because you don't. Everything you need is within. You just gotta break free. You gotta break free and just be free. Be free spirited. And when you're free spirited, you already know exactly who you are. You know exactly what's coming to you. You know exactly what the beautiful things that are manifesting in your life, if that makes sense. When you give your best, you get the best results. The more you give, the more you get. The more effort you put into something, the better the results. So hey, always keep trying. Never give up on yourself. Never ever question your worth just because somebody else cannot see it. Does that make any sense? Just because somebody else treated you like crap, don't think that you lack anything. If somebody else treated you like you were 2 pennies, you were worth 2 pennies, but you know you're a diamond mine and a handful on top of that, don't ever question that. Like, if somebody don't treat you the way you want to be treated, or treat you the way you deserve to be treated, Just let that says nothing about you. That says something about who that person is. And people treat you how they treat themselves. So if somebody's treating you like you're worth 2 pennies, then that's because they believe that they're worth 2 pennies and they're projecting that onto you. But always remember, your worth, who you are, reflects in how you treat other people. If somebody's treating you like you're worth 2 pennies and you're treating them like they're worth a diamond mine and a handful, well, guess what? That says so much about you and your character. And you're gonna stay strong. You already know you're abundant, babe. You already know. But like I said, I'm gonna end this video here. Thank y'all so much for watching, and I'll see y'all in my next one. Until next time, bye friends.